The Riley County Commission Monday approved a request from Community Corrections to continue utilizing as-needed on-call juvenile intake staff next year. Director Shelley Williams says 20% of a full-time staffer's job is devoted to juvenile intake, which includes processing children brought in by law enforcement in need of care in both Riley and Clay counties. The intake duties are handled as needed, but full-time staff are unable to schedule or meet with probation clients when filling that role.
High-risk felony probation does not start at 8 a.m. and does not end at 5 p.m. And it's not Monday through Friday. And as a result, what that often causes is scheduling challenges.
That is why Riley County has been using on-call staff to cover Fridays, utilizing funds from the Kansas Department of Corrections, which Williams says has reduced staff burnout. However, the county commission never approved that staffing move. Williams says this step was missed because the decision involved state funds and saved money compared to having full-time staff covering Fridays.
It actually saves us money. We are being called out less, which means that juvenile offenses are occurring on a less frequent basis than they have in the past. And so we are able to reduce our actual total hours that we are being called out to the police departments. Both in Riley and Clay County.
The total budget cost for next year is around $26,000. County Administrator Chad Kinsley looked to County Councilor John Watt yesterday for advice regarding an unruly citizen that regularly visits the administration building.
We have a citizen that comes in multiple times a year and causes issues every time they come in. Is there any way we could ban that individual from our facilities? I mean, we got to call the sheriff every time.
County Councilor John Watt says he doesn't believe the county has the authority to ban anyone from the building, saying it's a day-by-day, week-by-week, case-by-case basis. Commissioner Greg Wright suggested writing up a disorderly conduct citation when that occurs, something Watt says would be appropriate.
And certainly take whatever action they deem appropriate based upon that occurrence and send it to the county attorney.
County commissioners also gave approval yesterday for more than $236,000 to be spent with Osage Ambulance for a box remount onto a 2027 vehicle chassis. No injuries were reported to residents following a house fire in South Manhattan early Monday morning. The Manhattan Fire Department was dispatched shortly after 1 a.m. to 714 Potawatomi Avenue. Arriving firefighters found flames showing from the rear of the single-story home. Everyone got out safely before firefighters arrived. They are currently being assisted by the American Red Cross. Total loss has been estimated at approximately $45,000. That includes both structural damage and loss of contents. One firefighter sustained a knee injury on scene, but officials say he was treated and released from a local hospital. The cause of the fire is still under investigation. A 19-year-old Manhattan man is behind bars after police say he attempted to lead officers on a pursuit over the weekend. The Riley County Police Department says Ezekiel Cruz was arrested near the intersection of Skyway and Scenic Drive at approximately 9:30 Friday night. He's charged with attempted fleeing and eluding, reckless driving, and other charges related. Cruz remains jailed on a $6,000 bond. The city of Manhattan will continue an annual spring cleanup effort next week. Between April 1st and April 5th, Public Works crews will be out collecting brush, tree limbs, and properly bagged grass clippings and leaves from residents' curbs. Collection dates will vary as crews pass through different neighborhoods each day. Public Information Officer Andrew Lawson.
So basically it proceeds clockwise, starting in the southwest portion of town, and then just kind of rotates to the northern sections there, and then finish up on Friday in the southeast, which is the old state original portion of the town, and then everything to the east.
Spring Cleanup is an annual effort provided by the city. You can find out more information at newsradiokman.com. The Manhattan City government tonight will be considering the finalization of a first phase of a design-build agreement for CiCo Park. The current concept calls for 2 softball fields, 2 baseball fields, warm-up areas, concessions and restrooms, 8 tennis courts, parking, and related infrastructure. The facilities would be used by Manhattan Parks and Rec programming, Manhattan High School, and competitive teams. The total cost is estimated at $13.2 million, which is up from the initial estimate of $8.5 million in 2017. The money to fund the improvements is coming from a Recreation and Trails sales tax fund. The city began collecting that revenue in 2018 and will continue through 2028. The City Commission meets tonight at 6 in City Hall. Federal officials say milk from dairy cows in Texas and Kansas has tested positive for bird flu. The virus has also been detected in New Mexico. Officials with the Texas Animal Health Commission confirmed the flu virus is the type A H5N1 strain, known for decades to cause outbreaks in birds and occasionally infect people. The virus is affecting older dairy cows in the 3 states, causing decreased lactation and low appetite. The U.S. Department of Agriculture says the milk supply remains safe. Experts say livestock appear to recover on their own within 7 to 10 days.
Good morning, I'm Troy Coverdale with your sports headlines. With 9 wins in the rearview mirror, the K-State baseball team tonight takes a crack at a 10th straight when it welcomes in Nebraska to Twainton Family Stadium. The Cats return to the D1Baseball.com Top 25 on Monday, checking in at number 23 after finishing off a sweep of Houston on Sunday afternoon to move to 5-1 in Big 12 play and move atop the conference standings. Nebraska brings a 17-5 mark into the season. They'll throw Will Walsh in the contest that gets underway after 6. K-State sends Mason Buss to the mound for his first start of the season. Coverage on News Radio KMAN gets underway tonight at 5:30. NCAA women's tournament action last evening. Caitlin Clark with 32 points. Top-seeded Iowa survived one of its worst offensive performances of the season to beat West Virginia 64-54. The Hawkeyes advanced to face Colorado in Saturday's Albany 2 regional semifinal. Mackenzie Holmes had 29 points, including 6 straight during a crucial stretch late in the game. Indiana topped Oklahoma 75-68. Juju Watkins scored 28 points, pulled down 11 rebounds, and dished out 5 assists. USC beat Kansas 73-55 to advance to the Sweet 16. Also advancing were Notre Dame, UCLA, UConn, Gonzaga, and NC State. K-State head football coach Chris Kleiman has been elected to the Board of Trustees of the American Football Coaches Association. Kleiman returns to the board after having served on it in the 2018 season, his final year at North Dakota State before he was hired at K-State. The 30-year coaching veteran, Kleiman is entering his 12th year as a head coach in 2024, including his 6th at K-State. Have a great day. I'm Troy Coverdale.